Welcome to All About Your Computer, and I am your host Mr. Man. We are here today with Samantha to talk about some important things you should be aware of to keep you safe while on the internet. Samantha, welcome to our show.
Thank you, Mr. Man. I am glad to be here with you today.
So Samantha, what are some ways that young people are using the internet nowadays?
The internet is a really important part of our lives. It is how we keep in touch with our friends, something we do if we want to learn about something new, or a place to go to have fun.
I know a lot of adults who use the internet for many of the same reasons. Do you feel that the internet is a safe place for young adults to go?
I think if you keep in mind some pretty important safety tips, you can be pretty safe while on the internet.
What are some problems of the internet?
Identity theft is a growing crime in this country, and nobody is safe from having a criminal steal your identity. Once a criminal has your identity, they can steal money from your bank account, or ruin your credit.
How so?
If they steal your information and rack up a lot of bad credit, it can make it very difficult for you to clear your name. If you have bad credit, it is very hard to get loans from banks to buy a house, a car, or a loan to go to school.
What are some things you can do to protect yourself?
The more personal information you put out on the internet about you, the easier it is for criminals to steal your identity. We have learned in school that it is always a good idea not to put your first and last name, your home address, your phone number, and other important personal information onto the internet.
I know a lot of young people put their pictures on social networking sites. Is this a good idea?
On many of these social networking sites, such as Facebook, there are ways to keep your information private, which is a good idea. We learned in school that it is better for young adults not to put pictures of themselves online just to be safe. There are many free websites that allow you to make an avatar of yourself, and that is kind of fun to do.
Why should you make an avatar image, and not use your own real picture?
It is sad to say, but there are a lot of scary people out in the world that lurk on the internet that want to hurt young people. If you make your image available online, it makes it easier for child predators to find you and harm you.
That is some pretty scary stuff.
Yeah, but if you are just smart about how you use the internet and keep the safety tips in mind, you can go a long way to protect yourself.
Is there anything else you want to tell young adults to think about while being online?
Yes. I am sure they remember when they were really little being told about stranger danger. The same thing is true on the internet. You should never chat or talk to strangers online, and if a stranger wants to talk to you on the internet or meet you offline, you should tell them no, and tell an adult right away.
I think it is also important that young people work on their computers around adults. Probably the safest place to be when working on their computer at home is in a public place such as the living room or at the kitchen table. That way parents can also help them be safe.
Great advice, Mr. Man. So to all of my peeps out there listening to me, remember these simple safety tips. Do not list any personal information online, including your first and last name, phone number, address, and picture. Work on your computer around adults. And most importantly, if you meet a stranger online and they are trying to meet you at the park or something like that, tell them no and let an adult know right away.
Well, thank you, Samantha, for being part of our show today. This is Mr. Man for All About Your Computer, signing off.